All right, it is now time for Dog in the Park with Maddog Mattern.
Hey, buddy, this is going to be an interesting segment. I'm just going to warn you right from the get-go.
What happened, buddy?
I tried to get a hot cup of tea to drink and make myself marinated as I'm walking and doing the segment with you. And the cup of tea, I took 2 sips. I've never stepped foot in this place before in Hoboken, and it tastes like sewer water. Not that I would know what sewer water tastes like, but I'm taking a lucky guess that this was sewer water. And it's disgusting, so I had to pour it out. I wasted $1, and now I don't have the proper caffeine and or sugar in me. So just so you know, this could be a struggle, but I'm going to give you effort.
So your props are ruined.
My props?
Yeah, your props, your tea.
What do you mean props? What is tea? How's tea's props?
Because you walk and talk with it.
Yeah, I also consume it, Scarpelli. I don't think that Gallagher was eating the watermelon that he was smashing.
Oh, he was. Oh, he was.
So I don't think it's a prop. I think it's something that I consume, which also helps me relax and feel good.
And now it's ruined.
That's what it is. But now it's gone. I dumped it out. Good. I got less than 6 days left in this town, and it's horrible cuisine. You'd think they'd have good food in this town, and it's horrible. Can't find a decent chef. Can't get a decent meal in Hoboken. Done. People want to move here. I know there's a lot of people in Jersey obviously listening to the show, and I know this is the top of the Jersey food chain. They're like, oh, I'm going to make it one day and move to Hoboken. No, just go the extra couple miles across the Hudson. Go to New York City, because you're not going to get a decent meal here, buddy.
Well, we were talking earlier that everyone's drunk in Hoboken, so if everyone's drunk, you really don't have to give them good food to eat because they'll eat anything.
I guess so. I guess that's the theory, but how about in the middle of the day for the sober people? Or they just assume that everyone is a walking whiskey well?
Pretty much.
It's horrible. I can't handle it, buddy. That being said, a couple slices of pizza at this place that gave me sewer water tea did look interesting.
Sewer water tea?
But if they screw up the tea, what makes me think that the bruschetta slice of pizza is going to be any good?
I will not eat anywhere that screwed up tea. If you can't make tea, you're done. You're done. You should be condemned and closed, basically. No way try anything there.
Yeah, and it took him like 4 minutes. And I asked the dude, can I get a hot tea? And the guy paused and looked at me. And this is an American kid. He asked for the kid who came over to the boat. He's like, hot tea. Like, he didn't even have an accent. He asked the dude who, like I was speaking a different language to him. Like, he didn't know how to make a hot tea. I saw a tea bag. I saw a cup. I saw sugar. I saw hot water. It's not really brain. This isn't Harvard calculus. Like, just put those together.
He was probably drunk too.
Making pizza. What's that?
He was probably drunk too.
I guess. I mean, this is just one big, like, Girls Gone Wild town with horny dudes running around, all bench pressing and trying to get as many tattoos on their arm as they can, and to call people retarded as much as they can. It's just a big frat party.
You left out steroids.
Yeah, I mean, steroids and roofies. That's what the flag for Hoboken should be. It's a shot of hypodermic or whatever, anabolic, next to a couple date rape pills.
That would actually be good. That's a good joke. I like that.
Yeah, we're no means maybe. That's what it should say.
Now,
awful. Washing my hands. Yes, sir.
Are you excited about your next move? Because you announced it on Facebook, so I figured it's okay to announce here.
Yes, I'm going to go to Queens. I'm going back to Astoria, Queens. I didn't necessarily like it before, but my rent is dirt cheap, and I'll be living with three lovely human beings, because one of the roommates has a girlfriend living there, and it's going to be a lot of fun. And the room is big, and the vibe's good, and our living room has action figures in it. That's right. There's toys in it. And the first thing my new roommate said is, "Don't judge me." I go, "Believe me, I'm not." He's like, every month I change the scene. This month it's G.I. Joe. Next month Spider-Man. I go, "Buddy, I'd like to help you act out the scene. This is going to work out." So there you go. Dorkfest. 2012 Dorkfest, baby.
Yeah, you guys are going to have fun play dates.
Yeah, Scott Pelley, I want you to show up with Spock ears when he does the Star Trek tribute. That's what I want. I I would love to see. Can we do that next week? Can we get Scarpelli Spock ears and take a picture of it and put it on the website? I want Spock Kelly. That's what I want. I want Spock Kelly.
Let me wait till I cut my hair again, so I get it down short, and I could do the Mo haircut there that Spock wears. Then I'll do it.
Can you do the Spock fingers? Can you do that live long?
No, I cannot.
Nonsense?
You can't do it. You can't space it.
No. I feel like an idiot. And look,
am I doing it?
Yeah.
Both hands.
Yeah. You're
ambidextrous, Mad Dog.
You can't do it, Joel. I can see from here. You're screwing it up.
No, he's actually doing it, and his fingers are freakishly spread really wide apart.
I got good hands, Mad Dog.
He's got good hands, baby.
And I even broke my one pinky. It was almost not on board, but it is. I broke my pinky and my hand.
When? Right now?
No. Second grade. Second grade, my pinky got stuck underneath a wall when I was playing handball, stickball, whatever. And then I punched someone and I broke my hand over someone's face. That was in college.
First of all, not shocked that you punched someone. Second of all, handball or stickball, did you not know? Were you have a stick in one hand?
Down in South Jersey, down in South Jersey where I grew up. I'm not trying to name drop, but we called it wall ball.
Okay.
So it wasn't stickball or handball, actually, but I didn't know what the listeners out there would know it as.
All right, so you didn't.
We're in a couple different markets now, Mad Dog.
Oh, yeah, and they hear us in like 3 weeks at one of them.
And you just confused all of them.
Yeah, I thought that maybe you were playing, you had a stick and your hand, and so it was like the El Camino of like street games. Like it was a hybrid. Is that like a dated reference now? Do people not know what El Caminos are? They don't make them anymore. But they should. If they're going to make Volkswagen Bug. For those of you who don't know,
83.
El Camino is half car, half... What is it?
It's since like 83 they stopped making them. So you
Yeah,
got
it's
almost
half
30
car,
years.
Half truck.
Mm-hmm.
It's a car with a truck bed, and it's great. Let's see. Ford had their own version of it. Dodge had like the Ram Tour or something like that. I forget what Ford's was. The Chevy El Camino.
It was basically a Malibu with a flatbed instead of a back seat.
Dope. And it was dope. And it did become a landscaping car, though. A lot of people who would go work on your front yard would drive that car. So I think it got a reputation that way until they cut that out. So what are you going to do? It's part of the game, baby. Don't hate the player, hate the game. Don't hate him, baby. But, I mean, I use that reference a lot. El Camino, and I don't think people get it. Especially young people, because young people don't research. I figure that everyone's like me with the Internet. You get bored with Facebook, and then you go on a Google Wikipedia bench. But no one else does that. Like, I study stuff that doesn't even matter. Like, I'm looking at Nick Lowe singles. Who cares? I'm doing it.
At what?
I'm researching Nick Lowe, the singer Nick Lowe, Cruel to Be Kind. See, that proves it right there. How about every couple of days I have to Google Battlestar Galactica just to read about the characters? What do you want to know about Apollo? He's named after a god. What do you want to know about him? What about Starbucks? Either one, I'll tell you about him. It's insane. Why do I do this? I have to do it. I feel like this need useless knowledge, but no one else does.
It's there just for you.
Yeah, but I shouldn't judge young kids because this is useless. The shows don't exist anymore. And if you watch them, you enjoy them. So people don't need to watch them. It's their right not to. So they don't need to be wasting their time doing this. Mm-hmm. And then I do references because I think everyone else watches the same things I do, which they don't because I'm a weirdo and I have weird taste. And then I get upset. I'm like, you guys have no culture. No, they probably have a real life because when they're on Facebook, they're trying to get together and hook up. I'm on Facebook. I'm announcing that I'm going to be at a show, and I use 37 exclamation points. And I say stuff like whoop-a-doo, whop-a-doo, like a clown.
That's my favorite one, whoop-a-doo, whop-a-doo.
Where the hell was Schultz? Isn't he supposed to be back?
He just walked in. He had to go do stretching exercises.
No, I don't even think it's that. I think actually he remembers the old school comedy point.
Oh, who cares?
Because
who cares?
No.
I want him in there.
I'm going to tell you something, Mad Dog. I know we've bonded since the early days of the comedy point, but I give you the respect that you're
wonderful. You're my dear friend, Rich. I want you on the line. I want to share experiences with you. I miss you. I haven't seen you in a while. Look, I got a spot for us all to bond. Okay, it was my birthday the other night, And after a show, I was in Tribeca, and down the street was a strip club, so it worked out. I went to the greatest one ever, and we got to hang out there, boys. I think we should do a live remote from there. It's called New York Doll. It's named after one of the greatest pre-punk bands of all time.
Yes.
And it's absolutely amazing. Anything goes, boys. It was like Tijuana with attractive women.
But
That's basically what I'm going to say.
I'm not
a Tijuana strip club.
You know I'm not a fan of strip clubs.
Things will change after this. You know what I'm saying? Look, I didn't always like broccoli, but eventually I got a good piece, and now I'm on to it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
I probably haven't been to a strip club in like 5 years.
Brother, you go to this one, and it'll change your whole perspective. So I go there with a bunch of comics from the club, and my buddy's girlfriend was there, and I'm talking to her the whole time, and we both agreed we've never seen a strip club where girls look like they enjoyed it. They all look like, like there's that phony, they give you that phony, hey, honey, and then they give you the lap dance, and then when they're not facing you, when they're shoving their ass in your face, and everyone else can look at their face, they can see disappointment and just, can we get this over with in their face? And I wish I didn't have college debt or children, and I didn't have to do this.
Or a drug habit.
Yeah, these girls didn't have that. These girls had looks of joy. I'm like, these girls look like they enjoy it. She goes, yes, and they're hot, yeah, and anything goes. You can touch them. There was guys, like I'm a gentleman, and I just feel I don't have enough self-esteem, and I feel like if I grab a girl's ass at a strip club, someone will come and guerrilla army and throw me out. Dudes were basically just, I wouldn't be shocked if an elbow went inside a girl. You know what I'm saying? Let's just leave it like that, as clean as I can. It was that insane. Never had the best time of my life. God bless them. I got to learn all kinds of countries I didn't know exist from Eastern Europe. Thanks to lap dances.
And
Hungary, Lithuania, Estonia. God bless. Those girls, I think, just get thrown in a boat and end up taking these jobs and don't know that there's anything else.
Well, now, let me ask you, what is the address of this establishment?
Murray Street. It depends. What are you doing later?
I might be going to Murray Street.
Schultes, you would love it. I would love to see you in a strip club. For those of you who don't realize it, Schultes is a unique individual, and I mean that in a wonderful way. We go to Chinese buffets with him, and there's no one. His protocol at a Chinese buffet is wonderful. He has techniques that no one else uses. He's an aficionado, and he's like that with a lot of things. Just about anything. He's lived through things, and he knows how to get the best value out of things. I would love to see Rich at a strip club.
Now,
and I just feel like he has all kinds of tricks, and he's like an old left fielder who knows how to play every ballpark in the American League.
Yeah, I know the corners.
Like how to play it off the wall.
Yeah, I know the corners.
That's what I feel like. Like strip club. Now, are you a big lap dance guy, or do you go to the stage? What is your big move?
Well, I've been over in Jersey, lived in Patterson for a while.
I know where this is going.
Yeah, when the old, what was it, Chris Rock did the song, There's No Sex in the Champagne Room?
Yes.
Well, that doesn't hold true for Patterson strip clubs, because
from what I hear about Patterson strip clubs, there's no champagne in the champagne room.
That's right.
That's what I hear.
There's no
there's no champagne.
Yeah, there's no champagne room. It's just I don't think they call it. But that's the great. What happens when you go into a place like that, Mad Dog? When you go into a regular club, where maybe what you're telling me is anything goes, a little different. But once you go into a Patterson, New Jersey strip club, and then you go into a regular one, you're like, wait a minute, I can't do this. Wait, oh really? I can't. Oh, okay. Well, so
I have to keep my belt buckled. No, it's illegal.
Well, you can't. The pants stay on. That's weird. I'm not used to that. But that's the problem, because I've also, I don't know, I should let you in on this, and I was going to save this and tell you in person, but we're on the radio. I went on a cruise and I went to a Honduran whorehouse. So
wow.
After that, I got to tell you, after that, it's a lap dance just ain't going to do it for me. You know what I'm saying?
Let me ask you, who books that Honduran cruise? I would like to play the Honduran boats. That would be a fun little trip right there. Well, that's not a Carnival cruise, huh?
No, that wasn't a Carnival cruise. But here's the thing. Apparently all the cruise ships now, Mad Dog, are stopping at this port. I can't think of the name of it. but it's not like a port where you're going to Jamaica or you're going to Cozumel where you're kind of in the touristy part of town. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you go into this port, you're in Honduras, a real Honduran town. I mean, shanties and poverty and, the stuff that makes life real. And I just, happened to stagger into this one bar, and I think it was called the Happy Frog, it was called. And as soon as I walked in, I went, home run. I mean, it was me and 50 girls living in poverty who spoke broken English, and I said, I'm home.
How much is a Honduran whore?
That'd be $40, $10 extra for the room. That's a good one.
Wow. Don't forget the room, because you need somewhere to catch bed bugs.
You can't get the clap without the bed bugs.
What's that?
Porta del Puta? Is that what it's called?
I got to look it up. I don't know what it's called. I got to look it up. But that's what you say. This one. But I will check out, just to have the experience of going in a club with you. I will check this out.
I think it's great. How's Joel doing now? We kind of went to adult subject matter.
He didn't like it.
Losing?
Yeah,
he worried about losing the affiliate in
Las
Cruces, New Mexico.
They told me last week that we have to go with the Bill Cosby rule.
What's that?
What's the Bill Cosby rule?
If Bill Cosby wouldn't talk about it or wouldn't find it funny, we can't talk about it.
Bill Cosby's an idiot. Did you ever hear? Did you ever hear the great story? Maddog will know this one. Maddog, you know the great story of when Eddie Murphy called Richard Pryor because Bill Cosby had called.
Yes.
It was from Raw.
Yeah.
So fun, Phil.
Yeah, that's a great story because I don't know about you. I know a lot of comedians, they look up to the whole Cosby thing and how relaxed Cosby is. I don't put it as him being relaxed. I put it as him being lazy, that he doesn't want to write material. He just wants to tell a story about eating Jello pudding and his fat friend that he used to play football with. So I don't know.
Bill Cosby's a terrific comedian. He's one of the best ever, and he's very funny. And in the old days, he was great. Sorry, hon. And so I almost bumped into a jogger, guys. I wasn't saying sorry, hon, to Rich.
Thank you.
But he's terrific. But guess what? People live different lives. Not everyone lives a pure life. Enough with people's thinking.
His sitcom wouldn't go
people
to
don't
that.
want a certain thing on the air. If they don't like it, they can change the channel. But we have to be real to ourselves and talk about what's going in our lives. We're not going to be overtly vulgar, but we will have to talk. Like, this is ridiculous. People can choose for themselves what they feel is appropriate. I am tired of hearing about have to keep it clean. Life's not clean. Life is not clean. And I heard a story. I have not been able to go see the great Broadway play Book of Mormon yet, but it is supposedly the filthiest thing ever on Broadway. And it was being described on another podcast I listened to by someone who said it was great because next to him was just your average run-of-the-mill 60-year-old clean-cut couple that's probably from the suburbs. And they're using language that starts with F and C, and they're 4 letters. Let's just say that. And the people next to them, guess what? Were laughing and enjoying themselves. Give people credit. People need to be treated like adults. Adults don't want to be picked what they're going to hear. They want to make the decisions themselves. It just kills me. Oh, what would Bill Cosby do? He would be Bill Cosby. That's what he does. And there's plenty of people who would turn him off.
That's why his last sitcom didn't last.
Your sitcom?
His last sitcom. His last sitcom went, 2.5, 3 years? The one he had on CBS? That didn't last at all.
What about the one where he was the Huxtables?
Well, that was in the 80s. That lasted, and then but the one he did in the 90s didn't last at all.
Listen,
the one he did in the 80s wouldn't go today. That wouldn't last.
I didn't even know he had another one.
That's exactly.
I think it might, but times change. But the last one, I know when that didn't work. It's the same life. You can't tell me it's a different show and have the same
Yeah,
life.
exactly.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah. It's kind of lazy on casting.
Bring everyone back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, we have great chemistry. Yeah, that's great. Move on, Bubba. It'd be like Mark Hamill doing another space movie, and his sister's played by Princess Leia again, Carrie Fisher. No,
1 minute left. 1 minute left in the period.
Thank you, Joel.
He just gave you a verbal light.
Is that what they do now? Is that what he got to do with Maddog now?
He's been doing it for a long time.
Oh, see, here's what the thing. He tried to make me the bad guy here because his signal for wrapping it up, right? The signal, the finger going around in a circle.
Wahoo!
Yeah, he looks at me and gives me the signal to wrap it up. Like, I'm going to tell you it's time to go, and I'm not going to do it, Mad Dog. I'm not going to be the bad guy.
With a few guests tonight, Mad Dog, I wanted to wrap it up, and these guys both asked open-ended questions. So I was like, so I just want to let him know that I was wrapping you up.
I don't know anything you just said right there. What are you talking about? What open-ended questions they asked?
Not you, but before with other guests when I was trying to wrap them up, they went and asked one more question, which was not going to be a yes or no.
Yeah, like what's the meaning of life? We were asking.
Yeah, like an open-ended question. You don't know what an open-ended question is?
Yeah, I know what an open-ended question is. I know you didn't ask me one. So why don't you relax there, Pancho Villa?
I knew that was
I don't
coming.
need this. I'm sorry we're going to lose our Saskatchewan affiliate. I'm so sorry about that.
How dare you offend our fifth syndicate?
So next week, I plan on just reading. I'm going to do a play, a one-man show. I'm going to get scripts off the interwebs of old episodes of The Waltons, and I'm going to act out the whole thing. Clean-cut family entertainment. I will have a drink of whole milk, not 2%. 2% is for those open-minded liberal bastards who listen to filth. I'm going to whole milk it, and I will pet a puppy while I'm doing this segment because God knows.
That's my kind of comedy.
We want to win the Wheeling, West Virginia affiliates back.
Well,
and
there's only one thing
excited about it.
There's only one thing I can say to you. Good night, John Boy.
Good night, John Boy. That's all it is. Well, guys, it's been awesome. I was going to make a lewd reference about the Club New York Dolls. Not going to do it. I'm above it. I can't tell you about the finger popping and the Russian girls. I'll save that for my blog. I'll save that for my blog. Good night, everybody. Good night, Houston, Texas, wherever you are.
Good night, you filthy man.
I love you, Mad Dog. I'll call you later.
He's a filthy
gone.
man.